Hello students, welcome to our biology class. In our today's class, the topic that we are going to discuss is reproduction in human beings. Okay, in our earlier classes, we have already discussed how reproduction occurs in other organisms and plants. Today, in our today's class, we are going to discuss how reproduction occurs in human beings. Okay, so in our class today, we will be covering these topics. First is how do humans reproduce? The male and female gametes in humans, puberty, primary and secondary sexual characters in human. Okay, let's proceed to our today's class. First, reproduction in human beings. Human use a sexual mode of reproduction. All of us know that human beings reproduce bisexually. That means they use sexual mode of reproduction. Okay, asexual reproduction does not occur in human beings since human beings are higher organisms, so they opt for sexual reproduction only. Okay, so it needs sexual maturation, and it also includes creation of germ cells, that is egg in female, and sperm cell, that is male, in order to happen their sexual reproduction. Okay, and this production of this male gamete, that is your sperm, and female gamete, that is your ovum, it can only be done after the human being attains puberty. Okay, so all of you know what is the meaning of a male gamete and female gamete. So this is the male gamete in human beings. Okay, it is also called sperm, and this is the female gamete. Gamete is nothing but it is also called sex cells, as we have already discussed in our earlier classes. Gamete is also called as sex cell, and gamete is the only cell in a human body which undergoes meiotic division. Okay, meiosis. It undergoes meiosis. All other cells in the human body, they undergo mitosis. Only this sperm cell and this ovum, they undergo meiosis. Students, here one point that is to be noted is that this male gamete or the sperm, it can move. Okay, all of you can see from this structure that it is nothing. Okay, it is this male gamete, actually it is a cell, and it has a tail like portion below. Understood? Because of this tail like portion, it is able to swim inside the reproductive tract of the female. Okay, that's why this male gamete, it is called motile gamete. Okay, motile means the one which can move, and this female gamete, it has no such kind of tail or other structures. Because of this reason, the female gamete is static, or it is stationary, it cannot move. That's why the symbol which we use for male gamete or sperm is this. Why we use this symbol? Because it means that it is motile, or it can move. Okay, and for female, that is ovum or egg, we use this. That means it is stationary. So all of you have seen these two kind of symbols in different places. If you see this, you will understand it belongs to male, and if you see this, you will understand that this belongs to female. Students, human beings cannot form this sperm or ovum since childhood. Okay, it is not possible. They are only capable of forming these gametes as soon as they reach puberty. So before the human being reaches puberty, it is not possible. Okay, this sperm and ovum, it is not produced by infants or small children. After a particular human being reaches the age of adolescence, that means the person attains puberty, only after that they are capable of producing these gametes. Now what is the meaning of being capable of producing these gametes? If they are capable of producing sperm and ovum, it means that from now onwards they are reproductively active. That means from now onwards they can give birth to babies. Okay, earlier to puberty, they do not have the power of giving birth to babies. Human beings, they both have a very well developed male and female reproductive system. Okay, they are male and female reproductive systems. Both are well developed, and both are present separately in two different human beings. Okay, so that's why men and women, although they have some similar characters, they have many different characters which are not similar to one another, and this difference in characters you will see once the person attains maturity, or you can say puberty. So let us see how do human beings reproduce now. Human beings, they can reproduce only sexually. Only sexual reproduction occurs in case of human beings. Okay, so they are unisexual or dimorphic, that is they have male and female separately, that's why it is called unisexual. And this is also called dimorphic, that means they have distinction of male and female sexes. Okay, in science all of you know the meaning of sex is gender. Okay, gender, it is a social word, and sex, it is a scientific word. Okay, so this is a female, suppose, so you can say that there are two sexes present mainly, one is your male and another is your female. Okay, and they are completely different, and both are, they have different characteristics, not only physical outer characteristic but also inner characteristic. Okay, that means their morphology and their anatomy both are completely different. And these characters, that they are different in male and female, they become more clear as soon as the child starts growing. Okay, growth and sexual maturity proceed simultaneously. That means together you can see growth and sexual maturity. Okay, both take a long time to complete. The reason is that the energy and the resources of the body are simultaneously being used by two. That means the person, in order to attain sexual maturity, suppose this is a small child, in order to attain sexual maturity for this child, the child will have to grow first. Okay, and after growth only it is possible at a certain stage that it will attain puberty or maturity, sexual maturity, which we say. Why it takes long time? The reason is that, see, from this small baby, in order to grow to a human being, matured human being, suppose this is a man or male, it takes energy. Okay, lots of energy is required for this person to grow, and also energy is required for this person in order to attain sexual maturity. So not on sexual maturity is not only the work which the human body has to do, the work human body has to grow also at the same time. Because of this reason only, this attaining of sexual maturity is slow in case of human beings. Okay, like as compared to other organisms. So human beings take time, okay, in order to attain their sexual maturity. So since we are talking about sexual maturity, all of you know the word that we use for sexual maturity is puberty. Puberty is the process of physical change in which the young persons reach maturity and become adults. The stage when you change from a child to an adult, that stage is your puberty. Okay, it begins at the age of 10 to 14 years in case of girls, and in case of boys it is in the age of 13 to 15 years. Okay, so at this time the primary sex organs become functional, but the secondary sex organs are yet to mature. Okay students, now here you note one point, that you have seen that in this sentence we have found that while a person attains sexual maturity, the primary sexual organs, they become functional. Okay, and what happens, this secondary sexual organs, they are yet to get matured. Now what is primary sexual organ and secondary sexual organ? First, the primary sexual organs are nothing but these are the parts which are associated with your reproductive system. Okay, so if you see in this diagram, if primary sexual organ become active or mature, that means you can say that in case of male you will see the sexual characters like this growth of penis occurring. Okay, growth of scrotal sacs occurring. Okay, this growth of scrotal sacs, which we also call as scrotum, these that we call balls in men, it starts growing slowly, and also at the same time the penis also starts growing slowly. Okay, so after that only you can say that a male, he has become sexually mature. The similar thing also happens in case of female, but their anatomy is different. Okay, they do not have penis or scrotal balls as in case of male. They have different other characteristics, or they have different other parts, that is which is their ovary. Okay, ovary is present inside the female body, and their growth of uterus, vagina, both occurs at the same time. What happens in case of female? As we know that if the person is attaining sexual maturity, that means this male, it will be able to produce sperm. Okay, and where is this sperm produced? In these scrotal sacs, which we also call as balls. And where is this ovum produced in case of female? Then this ovum is produced in ovary. Okay, so what is happening, this ovary is going to form ovum, and when this ovum is going to produce As soon as the girl attains puberty, she starts having menstruation. The girl starts experiencing menstruation, or you can also say this as menstrual cycle, okay, which in common language we call periods. Okay, so as soon as the girl experiences her first periods, she become mature, you can say, or she attains her puberty. Okay, so what happens in case of puberty is that this female reproductive system, it becomes active. This ovary, it is able to release the egg or the ovum, which we were talking in the initial part of our discussion. Okay, this ovum, they are able to produce this ovum. Before puberty, the girl, she is not able to produce ovum. Okay, she cannot produce ovum in her ovaries. Similarly, after puberty, the men or the boys, they are able to produce sperms. Okay, and where is sperms produced? Sperms are produced in scrotal sacs here. Okay, in this balls, it is produced in this balls. Before the age of puberty, in a small child, if you see, if he is a male, suppose a small child, okay, a small baby, 2-3 months small baby, who also have these small sacs is present, okay, scrotal sacs or balls is present, but it is not clear or prominent. They are not able to produce sperm. That particular boy will be able to produce sperm only when he attains puberty, and we know in case of boys, the age of attaining puberty is this 13 to 15 years. And in case of female, that is girls, the age of attaining puberty is 10 to 14 years. So this is all about your primary sex organs. Now what is secondary sex organs then? Secondary sex organs are nothing but these are some other characteristics like your growth of beard, mustache in case of male, okay. In case of female, you can say growth of breast. Understood? So these are secondary sexual characters that we will be discussing in details in the later part of our chapter. So first we have to know that as soon as the child attains puberty, he or she attains sexual maturity only in case of primary sex organs, not in case of secondary sex organs completely, because secondary sex organs, they take time to develop. Another word that we also use for puberty is adolescence. Adolescence is a period of psychological and social transition between childhood and adulthood. Okay, so when you talk about adolescence, what is the meaning of adolescence? Puberty, this process of puberty, it is only related in case of scientific or physical changes. Okay, but when you talk about adolescence, it is not only physical changes, it is also psychological changes, and it is also social transition, how society treats you once you become mature. Okay, that is your adolescent stage. And when your adolescent stage is received in between childhood and adulthood, when do you think that you have ended childhood? At about 12 to 13 years, childhood generally ends. Okay, childhood ends. And you can say at the age of 21, you reach adult. You become an adult. So in between this 14 to almost you can say 20 or 19. Okay, so 14 to 20 or 19 years, you can say that this is an adolescent stage. 14 to almost 19 years of age, you can say it is an adolescent stage. That's why it is told that puberty or adolescence, you can say it varies in different people, okay. It can be from 10 to 20 years. The changes are initially very slow. You will see very slowly changes occurring. Immediately, suppose one boy, he has attained puberty today, you will not see growth of this beard or mustache tomorrow itself. It is not possible. Okay, these changes are slow because human biology, human anatomy, it is a very complex and complicated process. It does not happen within overnight. It takes time. Understood? So that's why we have said that it takes time and it is slow. However, there is no similarity and uniformity in development of pattern and speed in different individuals. It is not same in case of all. Okay, it takes time, but in case of one child, suppose one particular boy, if he is developing beard or mustache, when he is at class 8. Okay, so his friend, another friend, he may also develop beard or mustache when he is at class 10. It is possible. Okay, similarly in case of girls. In case of girls, if a particular girl, she has attained puberty in the age of suppose 10. If she has attained puberty in class For example, she has attained puberty in class 8. Okay, it is not necessary that all girls will attain puberty in the class 8 itself, standard 8. Some girls may also attain puberty at class 9 and some may also attain puberty at class 5. Similarly, because of attaining puberty only, their growth of secondary sexual character also varies. It is not necessary that growth of breast in case of girls, okay, or growth of other feminine characters, suppose feminine voice, feminine curves in case of girls, it will happen at a particular age. All girls are not going to have all the changes at the same class itself. Some may have early and some may have late. Okay, it depends upon different individuals and it is not same for all. Okay, now why this happens? Why it is not same for all? The reason why it is not same for all is that these changes, it does not only occur because of physical growth. Okay, it is also affected by the release of hormones, as we have already discussed when we were talking about hormones. It is also affected by the release of hormones. It is not only dependent upon the growth, it is also dependent upon your hormones. And because of that reason, in some human beings, some kind of hormones, it may be released early, and in some other cases it may be released late also. Okay, so because of this reason only, although they attain puberty at the similar pattern of age, but it may not be same for all. It may vary. Okay, now all of us, we know that different characters, they are not same in male and female, because boys and girls, they have so many differences in their body itself. Being a particular boy or girl, you to know that you have lots of differences in your body which may not be similar to a person of opposite sex. Okay, although the changes, they are not same in case of men and women. Okay, so but there are some kind of changes which you will see common in both boys and girls. Okay, what are those changes? Let us see. Similar changes in case of girls and boys. Thick hair. First, you will see the growth of hair occurring. There is thick growth of hair in the genital area and in the armpits. In the genital area, you will see growth of hair slowly happening in case of boys and girls both. Okay, so this is suppose the structure of a female pubic area. Pubical region is this region where you will have a person has his gonads, or you can say private parts. So in case of female, when she is a child first, she is not going to have any pubic hair there. Okay, so as soon as she is attaining puberty, slowly the growth of pubic hair occurs, because this pubic hair, it is going to help later on this woman in order to give birth, in order to keep her private part area safe and secure from bacteria, because she is going to experience menstrual cycle every month. Because of this reason, this pubic hair is present. Okay, so this pubic hair you will not only see in case of female, sorry, you are also going to see pubic hair in case of male as well. See this in this diagram, you can see very clearly, as soon as the men becomes mature, they are also going to have thick pubic hair in their private parts. Okay, so this kind of changes, it is similar in case of both men and women. And also you are going to see thin hair. This pubic hair, it is very thick. Pubic hair is not similar to the hair which is present in other parts of the body. For example, your hands, feet, it is not same. Pubic hair is completely different in thickness especially, and it is comparatively very much thicker. Okay, thin hair you will see starts growing in the places like legs, arms and face. In case of male, you can see this hair more, but in case of female, it is less. Although it is less in female, you can see it is growing in both of them. So this is the armpit hair which I have told you. So if you see in this diagram, armpit hair, as we can see here. So if you see here, this growth of armpit hair, it is common for both male and female. Okay, this growth of armpit hair, it is easily observable in case of both male and female. The genital area, it slowly starts becoming darker. The private parts of a human body, it will start becoming darker as soon as the person attains puberty. The skin also starts becoming oily. Because of this reason only, we experience too much of acne and pimple problem over all of our faces when we attain puberty generally. Okay, and as soon as a person attains puberty, that person becomes very much aware for his or her body. The children slowly they become aware of the changes about his or her body, and they are not comfortable if somebody comes and touches their private parts or any other parts which a person must not touch. Okay, so this kind of awareness, it comes even if somebody doesn't teach you. Why it happens? Because it happens because of hormones. Okay, so you can say that you have attained sexual maturity slowly. Okay, so these are some kind of similar changes which you will see in case of boys and girls, and also there are some other different changes which you can see in case of boys only. Okay, so what are those changes which are different in case of male and female, that we will be discussing in our next class. So, okay students, so thank you for Okay students, so thank you for your concentration. We will meet in our next classes taking the main topics of what are the different changes which happens in case of boys and girls. So today you note down what are the different changes which are similar in case of girls and boys. Okay, so thank you students. Goodbye.